Hi guys, welcome to Cognitive Hub Tableau tutorials. In the previous lectures, we have seen the few basic details about the Tableau and how to create the bar charts and all. Now in this video, I am going a little bit deep into the Tableau, like how to create a time series and how to work with the different time series, like how to deal with the months as well as the days and the quarters and all. So now without wasting any time, let's dive into the topic. First of all, what I am doing is I have downloaded the one data set here. So I have downloaded the recent data set which is provided in some of the websites like COVID-19 cases summarized by age for just a couple of months, not for the complete 8 months or 9 months. Just I took data for like 6 months, I think. So the complete file is of 84 KB. So let me show you the file once. So this is the file. One second. Yeah, the file here is if you can, like, I am taking the data from March and then it is going till it is coming till October 25th data, and we are taking the age groups of the particular data and how many confirmed cases are there in that particular age group on that particular day. So for every age group we are having this particular specific collection, like suppose if you consider the data as March 12th, then we will be collecting the data for the respective age groups, like for 51 to 60 and for 41 to 50 and 61 to 70 and all. For all the age groups we collected the data for one particular date. Like that we have collected a lot of for every date till October 25th we have collected the data, like how many confirmed cases are there for every each group, for every age group. So if you consider total, there are 1800 approximately 1800 rows are there. So first of all, I am just excluding these last two columns, cumulative confirmed cases and last updated cases. So first of all, as of our video, I am just considering the age collection date as well as age group and the confirmed cases. Now by using these first three columns, let us categorize how to work with the time series and all. So let us open the Tableau first. So first thing we need to do is we need to connect this with the data source. So for that, as I already explained in the previous lecture, as this is a CSV file, I am using this file. So this is the data that is representing here. Once you loaded the data here, then it automatically represents the what is the data present here. So in order to open the workbook, you need to click on the sheet 1 here. So it will open the workbook. So if you, as I mentioned, these are the dimensions here. The rows that we have are if you consider the specific collection data, it is not a numerical data. That means we cannot do any aggregation or aggregation methods on this particular collection data. That is why it goes under the dimensions field. As well as if you consider the age group also, we are not supposed to do any aggregations on that because these are not the numerical columns. So this is also one of the dimension column. So if you consider the confirmed cases, these are just a numerical value. So we can able to do some aggregations for this. So it will come under the measures value. Similarly, cumulative confirmed cases will also come under the measures, and the last updated will come under the dimensions field. So there are only two measures as well as three dimensions for here. So if you consider the Tableau, so that is what is showing. So if age group, last updated date and specified collection date are nothing but the dimensions, but in the case of cumulative confirmed cases, new confirmed cases and all are present under measures. So these are the two columns where we can do some aggregation steps and all. So that is what it is saying. So first of all, what we need to do is let us identify what are the confirmed cases for each group, in each month. So how to do that is, for that what I am taking is I am taking just a specific collection data and placing here, and then I am taking the new confirmed cases and placing it in the rows. So if you consider this here by default, if you place the date, like whatever it means, like if you place the date column in the columns, then it automatically specifies it as a the top level priority, like it will comes under the year. So in the year, within the year, it will give the some value here. So what it is showing is the total number of confirmed cases in 2020 itself. So it is saying like 12,158. So as I mentioned, it is only for one group of data. I am not saying it is for complete India, just it is for some, either you can consider it as some state or some city or some town like that. So I am not saying it for complete India. Just for example purpose I took this data set and all. These are not related, like these are not the actual data. So if you consider, like as we update, like we took the specimen collection date and placed it in the columns, so by default it will comes under the year. So if you have a look on it, the row will say, the column is saying like 2020, but the columns are saying like what are the total confirmed cases. So here we are having only one dot here. That means in the year 2020 the total confirmed cases are 12,158. So just I am clicking the plus button here inside the year. So what you will be getting is, you will be getting one quarter here. So that means once a year, then you will be having the quarters, and within the quarters you will be having some months, and within the months you will be having days. So if you consider this, so we are having total 4 quarters in a year. So it is split into the 4 quarters, and the values are, it is saying like in the quarter 1 we have only 547 cases. So quarter is nothing but out of 12 months, every 3 months is considered as a 1 quarter. So in the first 3 months we have data as 547, and whereas in the second month we are having only 3,367, and in the third month we are having like in the third quarter we are having nearly 7,512, and in the fourth quarter again it is 732. That means it is collecting only few data. Similarly, if you want more detail, then like previously we have seen for only one complete year, and then we have split it into like 3 months within a year. Now again I want to see the complete detail with respect to the month. Then you can click here the month. So what it is saying is, like if you click here, like within the quarter it will show this ones, like in the March it is saying the 547, but in the case of quarter 2 it will say like April, May, June, and like what it will say is within the month or within the quarter we are having month here. So if you want what are the graph within the quarter, then you will be able to see here. Again, if you want date within that, then you can click here. So this is what it will show. That means what it is showing is inside the Q1, that means inside the 2020, and within the 2020 we are having lot of quarters, and within the quarters we are having months like March, and within the March we are having lot of days here. So within the days it will give what are the total confirmed cases in each date. Similarly, if you go to quarter 2, we are having 3 months, April, May, June. So in all the cases it will give the the total confirmed cases, just a new one. But what you want is, you don't want such type of data, but you want some aggregated data, like if you want to identify what are the total confirmed cases in each month. So how you can do that is, you can you can right click on this particular quarter, and here you are having these options like year, quarter, month, day, more, and year, quarter, month, and I will tell you what the above year and below year, the difference between that. But as of now, just click on the month here. So if you click on this, what it will showing is, depending upon the data sets that we have, it will tell you what the total number of confirmed cases in March as well as in April. So if you consider, in March we are having 547, in April we have 1200 approximately, and in May we have nearly 880. Like that, for every month it will say some data. So this is what it will say. But let us see, I'm just checking this path. Oh, sorry. Like I want to represent the bars here. Okay, it is not representing like oh, okay. So these are the things, like if you want to do some aggregation, or if you want to represent the total confirmed cases in 1 month, then you can use right click and all. So here if you observe this, we are collecting the data with respect to the age here, like with respect to the each date. Suppose if you consider the March, then we are collecting the data with respect to the dates like 12, 13, 14, 15 and so on, nearly 30, 31. But here we are getting only simple data, like for the March it is giving the some aggregated data, and in the April it is giving aggregated data, and in May it is giving the total aggregated values. But if you don't want the aggregated, like if you want to plot each and every data, then you can right click again here, and previously you have specified here month, but now you can specify the down month. So if you specify the down month, then what it will show is it will give more aggregated values. Actually it is not the case. One second. It is changing a lot of things. Let's close this and yeah. So if you want the plot with respect to the each and every date, like for every day you want the total number of confirmed cases, then you can have a look on it. Like in the March 7, then you are not having any date. You are having 3 confirmed cases. In the March 8 you have 0 cases. Similarly in the March 11 you are having 11 positive cases. Similarly in April 28 you are having 72, and April 29 49, like that. Previously we have individual cases for the we have the aggregated data with respect to the every month. But now if you change this to the measure values, like if we can simply say it as the top ones are nothing but the dimensions, but the below ones are nothing but the measures. Like if you want more in detail aggregated values, then you can click on this day and week number, the below ones, and if you want the top high level ones, then you can click on the above ones. So that is why if you click here, though I will just show you the above differences. So here this is what is happening. So previously I just clicked I clicked here the top ones. So what it is showing is in 1 month it is showing the data for the total number of confirmed cases, like it is giving the total aggregated values, like for all the months that we have in the data sets, it is collecting like the total number of confirmed cases on date 1 in all months. It is giving the some value. Similarly, the total number of confirmed cases on second date in all months, it is giving again some confirmed cases. But in the case of you want each and every case, like what are the total number of cases that you want in detail, so you can click on the below ones. I hope you got the difference between what are the what is the main difference between this the above time series and the below time series. So this is how you need to analyze it, like what are the total number of cases and all. So if you observe this graph, the total peak, the maximum peak was happened here in between the July and August. So if you consider this, it is happening in the mid of July and August. So like this, we will be looking into this data set in going forward with some other examples like aggregation and granularity. So this is all about the time series, guys, like how you will be working on the year and quarter, month and date, and what is the difference between the top level, like the top dimension time series as well as measure time series. So this is all about the working with time series. So that is all for this video, guys. In the coming lectures we will come up with some other videos. Thank you for watching.